I'm very excited to be taking over as the chair of the EULAR PARE committee. Ever since my first involvement in 2015, it's been something that I've been really looking forward to getting further involved with the PARE committee, and obviously this is the ultimate aim, is to take over as the chair, representing everyone across Europe that's living with a rheumatic or musculoskeletal condition. It's something that I've struggled with ever since I was diagnosed in 2011, and now it's a huge honour now to be entrusted with the responsibility of leading and representing all these people across Europe who are living with rheumatic and musculoskeletal diseases. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia in 2011. That led me to volunteering with Arthritis Ireland, my national organisation. My first involvement with EULAR PARE was in 2015 when we organised the national conference of PARE in Dublin. I took a firm hand in organising that. I was very much involved and hands-on in delivering that PARE conference. And as someone remarked to me recently, that was the first time that PARE got their claws into me, and they haven't let me go since. I love being involved with EULAR PARE. It's given me a purpose, it's given me something to do, as did my volunteering with Arthritis Ireland previously. It's something that I really enjoy, is representing and talking on behalf of people living with RMDs. I really struggled with my diagnosis and found it very difficult to come to terms with that and accept who I was post-diagnosis. So the opportunity to represent people who are going through those same struggles is something that I really value, and something I'm really looking forward to doing in the next couple of years. I never thought that I'd be in a position where I would have a wife and a family when I was diagnosed with my rheumatoid arthritis, but I'm glad to say that I'm in that position now, where I have a very supportive wife who allows me to travel and to represent the people across Europe who are living with rheumatic and musculoskeletal diseases. And she's given me two beautiful children who I'm hoping that I will make proud as I go on my journey over the next 2 years as the chair of the EULAR PARE committee. When I first got involved with EULAR PARE, it was very much a case of learning from other people and what they did to manage their rheumatic or musculoskeletal condition, and how they coped, what they did to get through the day-to-day. As I've got more and more involved, I've learned that we can be advocates for our own situation. We can hopefully be able to make changes, and we can start to get things done on a European level as well as on our national level with our own organisations. And I suppose what I've looked to do in taking over as chair of the EULAR PARE committee is to continue to influence the agenda and hopefully be a strong voice for people living with these destructive and devastating conditions, and hopefully we will be able to make those changes. And that's what I see as the beauty of this organisation, and the opportunity that it gives me, is to be at the forefront and be the one that is responsible ultimately for driving the organisation and the committee. But I have a huge number of people who are volunteering behind me and giving me their support. So without them it's impossible, but I really want to see us moving forward and advocating on behalf of all these people. When I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, I had to leave my job. I was a senior barman, oddly enough for an Irishman at the time. I was working in a pub, but I had to leave my job, and that happens to so many people diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis or other conditions. So something that I will continuously focus on and look to really have an aim over my 2 years as chair is to look at employment, keeping people in their jobs, seeing people return to jobs if they have to retrain or reskill, and making sure that they can continue to contribute in a positive way to life across Europe, I suppose, without being too lofty about my ambitions. I had to retrain and reskill and learn how to do something new, and there are thousands, if not millions, of people like me across Europe who want to continue to be employed and have really valuable skills and talents that need to be taken on board and used by employers. And we need to focus on what we can do rather than what we can't. And I think that's what one area that I want to focus on. I was also a very young man, relatively, when I was diagnosed. I was in my mid-20s, and I really want to focus on the young people, not only those in their 20s and 30s, but also the children and teenagers who have to live and come to terms with such a difficult diagnosis. This will be something that's very important to me, that we're recognised that it's not an old person's condition, that there are millions of people in their teenage years, in their early 20s, who are living and being diagnosed with these conditions, and we have an opportunity to give them a voice and to give them something that they can look to, that we are leading for them, we're advocating for them, and we are on their side. And that's something that I will also be focusing on. I'm very fortunate that we conduct our business in English. It allows me to speak and be understood in my native language, and it allows me to prepare and speak as strongly as I can, even though I'm stumbling over my words a little there. But it's something that I can do and really be strong for people. But it doesn't happen on my own. There are so many people that are involved in our community who are working hard as volunteers, giving their time to advocate, to work hard, to be on committees, to sit in meetings, to prepare for everything. I may be the chair, and it may be my name that's above everything, and emails are sent on behalf of the chair of the PARE committee, but I am doing this on behalf of all of those people, and I need to thank them and recognise all of their support, because without that I wouldn't be here in this position to represent them. So we do it on their behalf, I do it on their behalf, and then we do it on behalf of all the people across Europe who are living with really difficult RMDs. So it's a sincere thank you and a plea to continue with all that hard work during the next 2 years and on into whoever takes over from me after that.